Hello, I'm BrigantiaBlackbird of Blackbird's Brew. Happy Sunday and welcome to our introduction to the Norse god Baldur. We'll begin with some basic information. To begin with, his parents were Odin and Frigga, who of course are the All-Father and the All-Mother of the pantheon. For his siblings, we know he has at least one full sibling called Hodur, who was possibly his twin, and this was also a god of winter and darkness. And his other possible full sibling was Hermod, who was a messenger of the gods. His half-siblings included Thor, god of thunder, Tyr, god of war and law, Vidar, god of vengeance, Vali, who was also born to avenge Baldur's death, and Bragi, who was a god of poetry, and there are some sources who include Heimdall as a half-sibling. Baldur's spouse was a moon goddess called Nanna, and they had a child called Forseti who became a god of justice. Baldur's home is a hall called Breidablik, and only those who are pure of heart were able to enter this hall. He also owned a ship called Ringhorni, meaning ship built with a circle on its stem. Very interesting name. And it was also said to be the best ship that was ever built. Now, as far as Baldur's godhood goes, his name itself suggests numerous possible meanings. Scholars have suggested white, fire, lord, and bold. We know that Baldur is a god of light, and it's said that light would actually emanate from his very skin, and this makes some believe that he could be considered a solar deity as well. Sometimes he's called the Shining One. Now, it is also believed that Baldur's death coincided with the winter solstice and that his death occurred on the summer solstice, as his brother Hodur inflicted his death with a little push from Loki. And Hodur is a god of winter, and since both Baldur and Hodur are said to be resurrected post-Ragnarok, this lends credence to the belief that Norse mythology is cyclical and that the death of Baldur is a representation of the seasons coming and going, and everyone is playing their necessary roles to make that happen, and it's all allegorical. Now, to conclude, we have a few Baldur correspondences. We know he is associated with the sabbats of both Letha and Yule. Certain trees, juniper, laurel, and oak. The oak is very significant. It also does tie in what I was talking about in other videos about possibly Baldur being a guise of the Oak King, at least in the Norse pantheon context. But he's also associated with other plants, namely mistletoe and St. John's wort, and the number 12, which of course correlates with the numbers of the year. Now, this is just our introduction to Baldur. We're going to get more in depth with him in the coming weeks, but for right now, I just want to leave you with this little bit of taste of who this god is, and hopefully you'll be back next week to find out more about him. But in the meantime, let me know what you think in the comment section below, or you could come visit me on Discord at Blackbird's Brew. There is a link below to join us, and you'll be very welcome there. But that'll do it for now, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.